Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about how Russia is running out of tanks. So yes, there's a very simple answer to this. They're just simply losing more than they can ever hope to produce. But of course there is the question, but what about their economy? You see, Russia's supposedly this massive superpower that, is supposedly able to produce thousands of tanks during the Cold War and all that. So why is it that Russia isn't able to match production? Why aren't they able to produce more? Well, it's during the Cold War when they had this production. This is where I need to make it clear. This is where a huge problem sits for the pro-Russian narrative. It's that a lot of people look at Russia's numbers and go, "Oh, scary," not understanding that many of these tank models have been around for so damn long. You see, there are hundreds of variants of each different Russian tank. Right, the T-80, you got T-80BVs, you got the T-80Ms, and you got T-80BVAs or something. Like, there's so many different models. Like, there is literally a T-62 model tank, right, that has, I think, like a triple 20mm cannon attached to its side. Like, the thing is, every man and their dog has these tanks because they were produced in the Cold War. The Cold War was a time of massive production, massive economic power for Russia. But for now, you move forwards to the current time, Russia doesn't have that. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, when we talk about the T-90s, everyone talks about how they're supposedly the most powerful Russian tank other than the T-14. The thing you have to understand is that the T-90s have been around for a very, very long time. Right? They've been around as long as other vehicles like the Abrams have. The T-90 mainly stays relevant by just being modified, but being upgraded, same for the T-80s. And this is where the whole issue lies. Many of these assets are not new vehicles. They're not new designs, they're not new concepts. They're the same old concept, just redesigned with a bit more, pizzazz, basically. They're the same vehicle, but it's just received a facelift, or maybe it's got a bit of moving parts, right? That's basically what we're seeing here. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean anything because it's the same old vehicle. It's limp, its joints are still achy and sore. It's still really unfit. It's still unhealthy. And at the end of the day, when you see these vehicles, you quickly understand the problem. Russia isn't a powerful is not powerful economically. You see, I've seen people saying, I believe it's correct, but Russia's got the economy of about the state of Texas in the United States. Just so all you US watchers can understand that. It's tiny, okay? Russia is tiny in terms of economy. Their military is not powerful, it's not new. And they're struggling to build even the most basic vehicles. The T-14, for example, there's like 20 in existence at the moment. 20. Like, Australia has more. Australia has more tanks than you. Right? That's the reality of it. The problem is that Russia is sitting here in this scenario where it's just not faced by this situation where they have this overwhelming power that they keep telling themselves and that they love to tell everyone about. But they're now sitting here without this strength, without a real force, without the real ability to show anything for it, and they're wondering why they're losing. And that's the problem. It's that Russia's vehicles have not changed. Right? Effectively, you look through the whole lineage of the T-series tanks, right? So all the Russian tanks, every single one of them, really up until about the T-14, is just a upgraded, remastered version of the last one. And this is why it's really important for Russia to have the T-14 and why everyone's so protective of it. Because it's the newest, most advanced Russian tank, and it has to be good. It's the first time they've redesigned something for a while. They actually designed a whole new theme for a while, and that's the biggest issue there. But you see, what this creates is a scenario where the T-14, it's not there in sufficient numbers to replace the old ones. T-90s are not being produced. Many of these assets are left over from the Cold War. Many of the T-80s are leftover assets from the Cold War, or shortly after the fall of the Soviet Union. And that's where the issue lies. It's that Russia just doesn't have this capacity to produce more. They don't have this capacity to get more assets. And they don't have it anymore. But yeah, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it's greatly appreciated. I thank you all very much.